Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about DCTV and the future in terms of what we're going to be getting with DC television shows. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future DCTV videos going into the next year. So as we come to the end of 2023, right now in England where I am, just before the end of the year, I'm making this video basically as a roundup, looking forward to the future, looking towards what we could get with DCTV in the next couple of years. But before we get into the video, I want to give a big shout out to everyone that has watched any of my videos this year, but especially to all of you guys who tune in every day when we upload, plus also especially to the guys who come to the live streams every Thursday night and support. Obviously, I really appreciate you guys who are members. I appreciate those who send in super chats to support the channel. You guys go the extra mile and I really appreciate you guys. But also to all of you out there who just watch the videos and maybe aren't super active in the comments and don't, leave a like every video, but you tune in. Shout out to you guys because you obviously make the big difference by adding up those numbers. So thanks for a great 2023 and obviously looking forward to 2024. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into today's main topic. So this video, as I said, it's all about what the future holds for DCTV. We're going to break it down bit by bit, talk about the projects that have been announced for television and what are the prospects beyond just the DCEU shows that have been announced. So, as I said, the future of DCTV is very unclear right now, with the Arrowverse coming to an end after Superman Lois finishes airing Season 4, which will be sometime later next year. Obviously, we are looking towards a summer release date for Superman Lois Season 4. They're going to start filming in about 10 days or just over 10 days once we get to January 11th. That is the tentative start date for that show. Obviously, that's the final season and that marks the end of the Arrowverse. And the Arrowverse has been such a big thing for a long time on TV that you really haven't thought of DCTV as anything really like too small compared to the DCEU. I would argue at points people are thinking more about DCTV than they are about the DCEU. Obviously, there was not so many films in the DCEU. They made a fair amount, but there was a lot of different TV shows that were DC related. Obviously, I'm not just talking exactly about the Arrowverse shows, not just The Flash, Arrow, Supergirl. We are also talking about Titans, Doom Patrol, and all those shows that are out there, including Constantine, because they all link together and they all have some sort of value. And so they kind of built up this era of DCTV, and now it's coming to an end because we got the end of the Arrowverse after Superman Lois. Titans isn't there, Doom Patrol isn't there, there's nothing on any of the networks. The only thing that we have going is literally Dead Boy Detectives, which is coming, and Sandman. They are kind of offshoots of main DC projects, they're kind of Vertigo related, and so they don't really count. We're going to get into that a bit later. But those are the only ones that are kind of still going on beyond Superman Lois's final season. And what we have for the prospects of the future DC TV shows is a very clear path as of right now, because that path is pretty much one or two avenues at maximum. And so the pathway is through DC Studios and what James Gunn and Peter Safran are developing right now, because they are developing this new universe, and we know that there is going to be films, television shows, and animated projects that are going to link all together, and so they're all going to be important. So this isn't the death of DCTV, that's not what this video is about. It's not going to die, it's going to continue, but just in a different form. There's going to be less Elseworlds projects and less content that is not linked to the DCU. And so there are projects that have been confirmed, and these are the ones that are in the DCU right now. Those are 4 different TV shows. We're going to break them down bit by bit. So we've got Creature Commandos, which is supposedly going to be the first DCU project that's officially canon. This is an animated show. We know that they've cast a lot of the actors, and some of those actors will appear in live action at one point. That is the main intent behind this show. Also, James Gunn, as far as we know, sees a lot of prospects with this show. We know that Frank Grillo is going to star as Rick Flag Sr., And then Maria Bakalova is going to be in the show, along with a couple of other big castings. And apparently the screenplay is being written, or it's already been written, by James Gunn. So this was something that he's worked on for quite a while. And this was announced back when James Gunn did the big announcement last January. Obviously it will be nearly a year once we hit January tomorrow. And as far as we know, Creature Commandos is going to be released on Max in late 2024, and it will be the first part of the DCEU and part of that Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters and what they are developing. It's going to be 7 episodes long, and all of those episodes are written by James Gunn. We know that this is obviously going to be a big deal because it's kicking off the DCU, and apparently it focuses on a Black Ops team of monsters assembled by Amanda Waller, who is heavily linked. Talking about Amanda Waller, there is the Waller TV show, which is a spin-off off of the Suicide Squad, and also we saw her more recently in Peacemaker. So that Waller show, while I don't think it's very important, and I know that James Gunn really likes Waller and what Viola Davis gives, but considering this is supposed to be kind of a hard reboot on the DCEU, I wish that there wasn't a Waller show. I wish that it wasn't the same actor. I wish that they went fully hard on the reboot and didn't keep just some of the favorites that he's worked with before, because we know that he's been very nitpicky about who he's taking, and we don't know if the things in the past are going to be canon. Are they going to be very nitpicky and just take certain things just like he's taken certain actors and certain projects? So the start of the DCU, apart from Superman Legacy, is going to be very much so in the line of the Suicide Squad and what he has built previously, because Creature Commandos is going to also feature Amanda Waller, obviously in animated form, and then we've got the Waller show. I don't know when that's coming out, probably be sometime in 2025. I think you will start seeing a lot of the projects start to surface in 2025 and 2026. 2024 is probably only going to be Creature Commandos for now. And so another show that we have is Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is a Wonder Woman prequel show. This is going to be a complete recast. It's going to be separate from what we had with Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot in the DCEU. And so this Paradise Lost show, again, doesn't seem super important. Like, I don't think the whole universe is going to be built around this show. This is obviously a specific part of the universe to do with the Wonder Woman side of things, and it's a prequel. It's going to be set back in time, so it's not going to be super important in terms of the continuity of what's kicked off with Creature Commandos and then going into Superman Legacy. So that's just my view on Paradise Lost. And then the final show that they've announced is Lanterns. This was the show that was being developed by Greg Berlanti. It's not being developed by him anymore. It's going to be completely different. They apparently cast someone already to play Green Lantern before, or at least one of the Green Lanterns, and now they've completely reset it. And so it's going to be a brand new show that's going to be on Max. Again, don't know when this is coming out, but this seems like more of a pivotal show for the DCU because Green Lantern is a big character and there's going to be quite a few Green Lanterns in this show. So I wonder which ones are going to get more focus than the others. But beyond that, there will be more seasons of these shows that I just talked about, and there will be more shows to develop. So I'm wondering, are they going to take an MCU approach and focus on making as many shows as possible and focus less on doing, like, say, a Waller season 1, 2, and 3 back to back to back, like all the year after the next? I think he's going to take more of an MCU approach in that he's going to try and create as many TV shows and as many films as possible, and then he's not going to focus so much on continuing that story, which I think is actually the wrong way to go. I would prefer if, you know, we got Lantern season 1 and then the next year straight away after we got season 2, so we're all leading up in anticipation to the new seasons of these shows. I hope they go more of the Arrowverse route, more of the Titans route, where we know, okay, it's going to come out this year, then we're going to get the next season in the fall, and then the fall after that we'll get another season. Like, they can cap the shows at like 3 seasons long, and that's fine, but I would love to do them year after year and do less of an MCU approach. But let's talk Elseworlds. So the Elseworlds TV shows that we've got confirmed right now, the only thing is Dead Boy Detectives and Sandman, but they don't count in my opinion. So really the only show that we got confirmed is The Penguin, which is set in Matt Reeves' Batman universe. That show looks great. I can't wait for that to come out in 2024. So I'm really looking forward to that. But will there be any more shows that have a big impact to the landscape of DC outside of the main universe, so outside of the DCU. I'm not sure. I don't think we're going to get a big show outside of the main universe and the Batman universe for a while now, so I don't really see there being any big tangents in the near future for a while post Superman and Lois actually ending, as DC and Warner Brothers fully focus on building the new DCU. I think that's just going to be their main focus. They're going to be less bothered about, creating other projects, other TV shows, and I don't think they're going to be focusing on creating an Elseworlds universe kind of like the Arrowverse did. But obviously that was a very special circumstance, but I don't see there being an Arrowverse equivalent anytime soon. I think what they're going to do with the DCU and the TV shows is probably going to be more akin to the MCU than the Arrowverse. That's just my opinion, in terms of they're trying to link the TV shows with the films and the animated projects. So it's going to be this big universe building challenge, and they're going to be less focused on the individual seasons of these shows and the individual films. They're going to be thinking about the bigger picture, and so that's why I believe it's more MCU than Arrowverse. But that pretty much does it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys have a very happy new year. I'm looking forward to 2024. Obviously we're going to have lots of content, so stay tuned, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, and subscribe and turn on notifications if you are new around here. But for now, click on the top right corner of the screen and watch my latest video. But for now, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.
I see red.